Another nice day. Yeah, let's see if I can get that disc out of the hayfield and over to the big pasture to get some weeds disked up. We'll see. I'm not too ambitious today, but I'll try. Well, it's already 2:30 p.m. and the weather's pretty nice. It's only in the mid 80s. And I'm going to head out to the hayfield, and I'm going to get the air compressor pumped up because I want to make sure the tires are pumped up on that disc. And I'm going to see if I can, after I pump up the tires, then I'm going to come back and get the tractor and use the tractor out there to bring it back. Okay, let's get this day started. A little late start, but I'm getting it going now. Well, I'm ready. I got my hydraulic ram for what I need to do over there, the hayfield. And I got my air compressor pumped up. And I've got to get over there before it leaks out. And I still got some weed killer on the back of the truck in case the weeds grew back since the last time I sprayed where that equipment is. Okay, let's head over to the hayfield and at least install that on one of the machines over there and pump up the tires on the disc. Alright, let's get going. Well, I'm out here. And here's the disc. The tires still look like they're pumped up, but I'm going to check them anyway, make sure. This tire here is kind of rotten where it was laying in the ground before. That's why I got it on the inner tube now, or an old tire. So I'll see if I can pump them up. Well, this side's already pumped up too, but I just want to make sure they're full before I bring the tractor back here to pick it up and take it to the big pasture. The tires are already at 30 pounds of air pressure, these two, but I put a little bit more in. Yeah, I'm still worried about that tire. I don't want it to blow up on the way to the hayfield, or to the big pasture, I mean. And since I'm out here, I was going to pump up these because when I tested them with my tire gauge, they both read almost 0, but they didn't look flat though. But I put about 10 pounds in each one, maybe a little more than 10, until I ran out of air. Okay, now I'm going to hook up the hydraulic ram that I got on the truck. I'm going to bring back the tractor, and I want to be able to lift this up and back it up, get the tires on those two old big tires if I can, it is. But before I do that, I think I got the weed killer. I'm going to go ahead and spray these weeds here. The grass is already dead, but it's these weeds that came back. So I want to go ahead and spray them. Get a head start on it. I can always spray it afterward, but I'd rather do it now since I'm here. Before I put the ram onto that, I'm glad I left my sprayer out on the truck, and I'm going to spray some weeds here. Well, I got the ram on. I couldn't hook up the buck port. I have to hook up the tractor to adjust the ram a little bit. Hook up the other one. And I got that sprayed for weeds. This probably, I think I sprayed it once or twice or maybe 3 times before this one. I'm not sure. But it's pretty much under control. There's still a few weeds, but hopefully this spraying will take care of those too. Now I'm going to come back with the tractor, hook that up, then I'm going to try to back it up. I want to get these two tires, big tires, onto those two big tires there, if I can. I don't know if I can push it without, get them to roll over the top without it pushing the big tires back. But I'll see what I can do. I think it's heavy enough where it should work. The only problem is getting that back roller, even after I pick it up, that back roller wants to go down a little bit. So I may have to do something. I should probably get some boards. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll bring some boards on the tractor if I can. Something I can roll the rollers across the tires. But then I got the spring tooth to worry about too. They might hook the tires. But once it's raised up, I don't think it will. We'll see. And then after I get that backed up, I'll take the ram off there, put it on there, and I'll come and then take this disc back to the house. I'll grease it up a little bit, and then check the tires again. And then I'll take it to the big pasture and disc up some weeds. At least the wind's from the north, which means it's cool when the sun's not shining on me. The sun's kind of bright. But it's cloudy, so yeah, there's lots of clouds. Yeah, lots of clouds. Lots of clouds. So that's good. Okay. Let's take a look at the hayfield since I'm here. Okay, let's go home. Get the tractor, bring it back. Since I'm going to be bringing the tractor and disc down here later, I'm going to go ahead and open this gate and the bridge gate, and I'm going to close the other gate, and then only gate I'll have to open is the one on top. Yeah, one on top of the road. Okay, let's go open these two and then close the other one for the pasture road. I still have my mirror folded in. I guess I better unfold it. I guess they already soaked themselves in the water. I'll go ahead and open this gate for the tractor and disc. There's the bull. He's enjoying himself, sunning himself in the sand there. Yeah. Okay, I got work to do. And I'm going to close that gate. That's closed for now. I'll open up it again after I get done at the disking, so they can access the water in this pond on this side. I want to make sure they have water down here. So I'll just go ahead and let them back in here after I'm done disking them weeds up on top. This is fairly clean water. Cleaner than what they're cooling off in on the creek, since the creek dried up. It's better than nothing. They got water on top too though, in the pond up there. At least now the road's open all the way to the top, and I just got one gate to open. And I come with the tractor and disc. Less getting off and on the tractor. Okay, I'm headed home to get the tractor and go out to the hayfield and get the disc. I don't know what they're doing. They're just standing around. I guess it ain't that hot for them. It's only in the mid-80s. And they're chewing their cud. The ones I can see, they're chewing their cud. One in the water here. A couple up there I can see. So I think they're content enough. They must be getting something to eat. One of these days though, if it don't rain, I'm going to have to feed them hay though, eventually. I don't want them to starve. I've seen them picking the tops off these, oh, I remember the name. I call them sticker weeds, but the official name is spiny amaranth. Spiny amaranth. Yeah, there's a taller amaranth, but I don't think it's got spines on it. Yeah, it is tall. Uh, anyway, they eat the top. They eat the seed heads off. That's probably how this stuff spreads. They eat the seed heads off, and because there's no thorns on the very top on the seeds, blossoms, whatever you call them. They're very tough things on top. Anyway, that's enough watching the cattle. Okay, let's go home and get to the tractor. That's what I'm supposed to be doing today. Well, I checked the oil, it's okay. I checked the hydraulic oil, it's okay. I've had the battery on a trickle charger, so that should be okay, but I haven't started it yet. Also make sure that those cylinders there, I can push them out. I use that old hay hook, bale hook in the back there. Yeah, I get it hooked on the back and pull it forward. So that when and the last time I used it, I'm sure the last time I used it, they were stuck. I had to use the hammer to get them worked out. But I got them all oiled up now, so they're running pretty good now. And one of the plugs had broke the wire, so I put a new wire on. When they're unplugged, they're both hanging there, so I don't lose them. Okay, let's get this thing started and go out to the hayfield. Get the disc, but move the big roller first, and then get the disc. Oh, yeah, I was gonna get some boards to roll up on those tires. I got a couple boards. Let's see if that'll do the trick. Hopefully they'll stay on. I didn't tie them down or nothing, so let's see. Let's see if they fall off. Oh yeah, those tie rods are still in good shape. Let's put them on this year. Oh, only got a half tank of gas fuel. Yeah, I'm low on fuel. Well, not low, but I want to make sure it's full when I start. Well, got it fueled up. I put 5 gallons in, and I topped off the antifreeze to coolant, whatever they call it. Okay, let's head to the hayfield and get the stuff done out there and bring the disc back. Well, I made it. Now I got it all hooked up. I'm going to raise it up now. Okay, here we go. There we go. Raise it up. That's not pretty good. Heavier in the bottom, in the back. So that's why I got that board. I'm going to see if I can roll them up with that tire. Then I got a board there. I think it's lined up with the tire. This one here, I think this tire needs to go a little bit more that way. But I'll get it closer to make sure. See if I can back this up straight. Well, I don't think I backed it up very straight. Anyway, I moved both tires over a little bit. I still got enough room to clear that one. So let me back it up some more. It looks like I got to back that one up a little bit. I think. Better. Let me see if I can get it on there. There goes nothing. I think I got it over the tire. Now this one's lined up, looks like. Now I gotta get that one lined up. Not sure, but I think this tire got pushed back a little bit, because that board was inside the tire, in this tire. But let's see what I can do. That's what I got. Oh, this one's on. It still might sink a little bit in the hole, but the sides should hold it up. Now I got to get that board out. Looks like that tire got hooked on something. Yeah. I don't know what, but I'll try to get it underneath the oil, the roller. That roller looks like it's okay. Let's check the other side. Took a little effort, and I got it. I got the board out too. I'm ready to drop it. Okay. I got some old tires under the rollers. Both ends in the middle. Same on this end. Middle. Both ends. Keep it out of the dirt for a while anyway. And I got that partially under a tire. The middle's still in the dirt, but the edges are on the tire. More so on this one. Yeah, that should hold up a little higher. That one tire was a bit farther too back. I think it got pushed. They got pushed and I couldn't move it anymore. Once it got pushed by the roller, I couldn't push it farther that. Too much weight on it. Anyway, that's it for now. Now I gotta disconnect it. Take the ram off. Okay, time to take the ram off. Okay, it's off. I don't know why. It seemed like the grass grew better underneath that the roller. Everything else is dried up here and over here, but underneath the roller, everything's nice and green and lush there. Huh? I wonder if it collected more water when it rained. I don't know, or maybe it was a shade. Who knows? Anyway, that part's done. Yeah. If the grass was like this in the whole hayfield, I'd have something to cut. But I don't. Well, this one's done, and I got that hooked up. Yeah, I got it hooked up, ready to roll. Hope my tires hold out on the way to the hayfield. Pasture. This is big pasture. Not sure if I'm going to bring it back, because I might have to disc it more than once. I mean, I'll disc it today up at the big pasture on the weeds, big weeds. I might let them die for a few days, wilt, and then I might disc it again. So we'll see. We'll see what I'm going to do. Let's get it home first. Okay, and away we go. These are my brother's bales from his Sudan grass. That doesn't look like it's growing very good either. So I'm not the only one hurt from this dry weather. Yeah. Okay. Well, at least I got something growing in this area where I disced up before. Earlier this summer. Yeah. Running on battery. I think I'll take a break when I get home. Get something to drink. I got something on the... I got a drink on the tractor, but I don't want to cool off because it is a little warm today. Okay, let's head home. I made it to the house. I greased what I could. Some of the grease fittings don't work very good, but I got it enough. And my tire survived too, so that's good. Even the bad tire survived, so it should be okay out in the big pasture, disking those weeds up. But I gotta take a little break. Just a little rest. At least I got the hard part done. The disking part should be pretty easy. Only about 84 degrees at 5:45 p.m. It's hot in the sun, but when there's shade from a cloud, there's a nice cool north wind blowing off. Well, I was taking a nice long break, wasn't I? Then I remembered that just after 7, I remembered the sun goes down earlier now, so I gotta get going if I want to get something disc tonight or today before the sun goes down. I only got about a half hour, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, let's start her up and get out there before I run out of light. Okay, let's start discing some weeds. This is the first time I brought the disc out here to disc the weeds up where I feed hay in winter. But I may have used this disc a long time ago when I first bought this ground, and before I put cattle here, I probably disced everything up with this disc, because my tractor's not big enough for my dad's big disc. So yeah, I probably used this before, a long time ago. Well, this is pretty big. My main problem are the gypsum weeds. I don't want the gypsum weeds. That's the ones with the white flowers on. But the other problem is these, what do they call them? They're called sticky weeds, but they're really called spiny amaranth. Yeah. Anyway, a lot of gypsum weeds going. I'm going to just go right down the middle and get started. onto their back line. So let me finish before I run out of day, man. Cattle feel like you stand right my way. Alright, I'm done. For today anyway. I'll come back tomorrow and do some more. It's got a lot of horse flies, you know. It's definitely right my way, but that's cool. Well, I'm running out of light. The sun's already down. It's about 7:45. Getting close to 8. And I think I did a pretty good job. I made 2 rounds. 2 rounds on everything. Fast. Well, I'll come back tomorrow and do some more out there. I'll fix it up some more tomorrow. Yeah. I think I did a pretty good job for that. I got that bigger stuff knocked down. I'll try again tomorrow. Okay, cattle are still up there. They're probably gonna play around in the stuff I cut up. Just up. And I'm gonna close this gate behind me. Looks like they're scattering some of this nip wrap. I got here, I saw one over there somewhere too, but I'll leave that alone for now. Oh, I think it's over there. They're dragging it on their feet. Okay, let's close this gate and go home. Okay, looks like my block leaned over. Hope I didn't lose any. Oh, look at that gate closed so they can finish down there. Yeah. I'm coming back tomorrow. I'll leave the gate open by the bridge. So they can't come in here now. But I'll close the one over there. Just in case. Now I'm going to leave this gate open, but I'll close the one and then leave over there. Okay, gotta go home. And I don't have lights on this tractor. Well, it's 8 p.m. and it's already dark. They're getting dark. Dark enough for my dusk to dawn lights, automatic ones, to come on. They see nothing. Anyway, I brought the disc back because I didn't feel like unhooking it. I'm gonna hook it up again. I'm gonna use it again tomorrow. I'm gonna go back tomorrow and disc some more out there. Disc up some more weeds. Anyway, it's 8 p.m. and I'm done for today. I'll do some more discing tomorrow at the big pasture. Alright, that's it. That's all, folks.